The next morning is a Saturday, and we all sit in our room together to talk about yesterday's test over breakfast. So, how about that exam, huh? Virginia asks. How'd you guys do? I think I actually did pretty well, I reply. I remember what high praise Professor Grabiner had given me, and I can't help but smile and blush. I blew up the wall, Virginia says with a laugh. Mostly, anyway. Old Grabby said that's the boring answer, but I thought it was fun. What about you, Ellen? I ask as we turn to her. Ellen shrugs. I tried to teleport back out again. I wasn't able to, though. Professor Grabiner had to teleport me out. Apparently, full-body teleportation is not something they expect a freshman to be able to do yet. Virginia laughs. That makes sense. I just blush and change the subject. What do you think the other exams will be like? I ask them. More dungeons? Probably, Virginia agrees. Weird how the exams are more fun than the classes, huh? I don't think they are, Ellen mutters as she crosses her arms over her chest and huffs. Virginia shrugs. So, what are you guys doing today? At that moment, there's a knock on the door. Is that the allowances? Ellen asks. Why didn't they just push them in? I'll go check, I say as I head over to the door and open it. In the hallway by our door, I see a small stack of envelopes, the normal brown ones with the allowances in them, and also a large brown padded envelope addressed to me. It looks like my parents sent me something. I go back inside and hand the envelopes to Ellen and Virginia. What have you got there? Ellen asks. Something from my parents. I don't know. It's absolutely covered in tape, and it's going to take me a few minutes to get it open. Come on, let's go do something, Virginia goads. It'll still be here later. I guess. I shrug as I follow them out of the room. Maybe I'd rather look at it without my roommates around anyway. I still feel the lingering effects of stress from yesterday's test, so I head to the mall with them to do some window shopping. We pass the time by wandering in and out of various stores. It's not a very big mall, but there are shops containing books, clothes, music, and toys to peruse, so I keep myself entertained for a few hours to decrease my stress a bit before I finally head back to my room. While my roommates are at dinner, I pull out the package that my parents sent me. Well, not a package, really. It's not a box. It's just a big envelope wrapped up in tape. I try for a while to pull the tape off, but it's not coming. Eventually, I pull out some nail clippers and use them to make a small hole and tear it apart. Inside is a letter and a small newspaper, my old school's paper, and a stack of photographs. There's Mom and Dad waving at me, my house, my backyard. They haven't forgotten me after all. It'll still be quite a while before I get to go home. Not until Thanksgiving. But they're not really that far away. If they need me, they could come and get me. I've been here for about a month now. I guess I'm getting used to this life. On Monday morning, Virginia wakes both me and Ellen up with a question. Hey, you guys, are either of you interested in running for class office? Like, president? Ellen asks. I don't think... What'd you have to do to run? I ask her. Not much, Virginia replies. You just have to tell the teachers by the end of this week that you want to run. Then, next week, everybody votes. Oh, and you have to have a clean record, she adds. No demerits. There are only 2 positions for the freshman class, president and treasurer. The upperclassmen have more because they do more events and stuff. The freshman officers don't do anything? I ask. I'm sure they do something, just not as much, Virginia replies. Like the junior class is in charge of the prom, and that's a big deal. And then the same people who run the prom junior year have to run freshman initiation at the start of the next year, because elections haven't been held yet. It's a ton of work. It's much easier for freshmen. You probably just have to go to meetings with the teachers and nod a lot. So, are you interested? No one would vote for me, Ellen says with a sigh. But that's why I'm asking, Virginia continues. See, Minnie Cochran is obviously going to win president, so it's not even worth trying for that. But the treasurer position is open. Pastel said that Jacob says he thinks he'll win it easy. So I want someone else to win. Anyone else. William isn't running for president in his class again this year, so it's perfect. He can endorse a freshman candidate, and then they're sure to win. I'm not sure that's... Ellen begins, but I can't help but interrupt her. Why don't you run? I ask her. No way, Virginia says with a laugh. Class officers have meetings with teachers. I see way too much of them in class already. Speaking of which, we need to pick our classes for the week. I am really stressed out, and I need time to think about the upcoming election and whether or not I want to run, so I decide to stay in. As I'm resting, I hear something in the hall outside. I open the door to see a box lying by the door, wrapped in plain brown paper, and Donald backing away from me. What? I ask blankly. Is this mail? I thought mail only came on Saturdays. Hi. Just delivering a package for Urchin. Oh, stuff from home that got mixed up? I ask, trying to be friendly. That, Mom thinks I needs a dress, Donald jokes, and I giggle. Well, you're already wearing one. Sort of. Yeah, but this one doesn't match my eyes, Donald teases. I don't think Virginia got anything meant for you, though. I didn't see any packages for her. I'm sure mine will show up eventually. We both shuffle in the hallway uncomfortably. I guess I should bring that inside. Oh, I can do that. He quickly picks up the box. Where should I put it? Something seems strange about this. Hang on. I look over the package. It's completely wrapped and taped shut with a big label on it. How do you know what color it is? You haven't even opened it. Magic, he replies. You know. And if it got sent to you, how come the label says Virginia on it? I ask. I relabeled it. I cross my arms over my chest. There's something you're not telling me. Rats, Donald says with a laugh. You're not going to fall for it. This is some kind of joke, right? I ask. Is this a bomb? Nah, I don't know how to make one that works, but it isn't dangerous yet. Guess again. Guess? I repeat blankly. A jack-in-the-box with water balloons? Donald pauses for a moment. I should have thought of a jack-in-the-box, and I already did water balloons this month. Last guess. I just shrug. A cream pie with itching powder or something in it? Okay, not a pie. The box is the wrong shape, but some kind of dessert? No food. More like the other end. The other? I stare at him with dawning horror as the realization hits me. You... in a box? It's not mine, Donald laughs. It's Jersey dung. That is disgusting. Donald just sighs and shakes his head. Girls. I don't think most boys would be happy about getting a surprise present of that either, I tell him. Why are you always harassing Virginia? She's not doing anything to you. Because it's funny. It's not funny for her, I tell him pointedly. She thought it was funny when I made Jacob quack like a duck in the middle of him telling her how great he thinks he is. Yeah, well, that's different. Jacob probably deserved that. Donald just huffs. Urchin's a spoiled brat who doesn't do any work and makes everybody else wait on her. Actually, we talked about that, and Ellen's teaching Virginia to clean up after herself. She's getting better. Huh. So, I think you'd better take your present and leave. Donald snorts. Yeah, whatever. He picks up the box and walks off. It was a good thing I was here. Otherwise, yuck!